Over the last couple years, I've played on the collegiate pickleball circuit, playing for my school, Grand Canyon University.
Korchik, not to be denied.
It's been one of the most rewarding things that I've ever gotten the chance to do. And over the last couple years, I've learned a couple lessons while playing on the collegiate circuit that you can apply to your game to help you level up.
Oh, what a response from Xavier.
The first major lesson that I learned pretty much right away from college pickleball is that being mentally strong and composed will win you matches. Most collegiate matches are rally scoring, meaning that every rally will score a point for one of the teams.
Korchik's turn.
Unforced errors are much more costly in this format. It's important to not let the mistakes get to you because when they do, they tend to compound on each other, and that could mean the difference between a win or a loss for your team. Being able to remain steady during swings in momentum will usually help you come out on top.
And there you see the hands in the eyes of Korchik.
If someone is playing and is extremely emotionally volatile, they'll win and lose based on the first couple points of the match. By remaining steady and not letting the mistakes get to you and compound on each other, you are setting yourself up for success in the match by not taking yourself out of matches because of frustration.
I love the energy from Korchik there. Try to get him and Evanson back in this game, not just points-wise, but emotionally.
The next big lesson that I learned is that at the collegiate level, unforced errors lose matches more than great shots win them. At the collegiate level, and really any amateur level, the team who makes less unforced errors is usually the team that comes out on top.
Korchik, not to be denied.
Because of this, I developed a game style over the first few months of playing in college that favors consistent play, applying pressure with consistency, not with highlight reel shots.
Now this is not a dink pattern I would want to stay in for very long.
By doing this, I don't hit a ton of winners in games, but I do force a lot of losers from my opponents by remaining steady and not playing outside of myself. Most players beat themselves by trying to do too much too soon. Stay patient, the opportunity will come. There's been many a time in collegiate tournaments where I step onto the court to play someone that outmatches me in skill. They're better shot makers overall and have found great success in their collegiate pickleball careers. That said, it's often that I find myself on the winning side of those games because I chose to play smart against a team that's skillfully better than me.
Well-placed drop shot by Xavier Korchik.
I often get asked by 3-5 players how I go out and beat players that are better than me. To start, it's important to realize that you're not going to be able to beat them every time, maybe not even most of the time.
And there it is, hook 'em horns as Texas will make their first title tilt appearance.
You said it yourself, they are better players than you. But by playing smart and developing a good game plan before the match and sticking to that game plan, you can sneak away with a win sometimes. I found this to be a really successful tactic in college. By analyzing my opponents and determining what some of their weaker areas are in their game, I'm able to exploit that when I go and play them in the match. For example, once I was watching a match from a team that we were going to play next in the tournament. I watched one of their players and noticed that he liked to speed up a lot to the inside hip of the player standing straight across from him. I took that information, and you better believe I was ready for every single hip speed up that he attempted. I was able to win a couple quick points simply by knowing one of his common patterns. The last lesson that I learned over my college pickleball career is to not take yourself too seriously.
See Fonseca with those bright orange shoes. Korchik, his partner, walked up to him during warm-ups and he said, "Bro, between the sun and those shoes, it's a lot of orange."
At the end of the day, whether it's me playing the collegiate pickleball circuit or you just playing rec or a local tournament, we're all here to have fun. When we make the game too serious, it becomes a bigger deal than it actually is, and often that causes you to play worse. by realizing that we're really all out here just to have fun and play an awesome game that we really enjoy, it makes the experience of playing competitively much more enjoyable. As I look back on my collegiate pickleball career as it's coming to an end, I can honestly say that some of the most fun I've ever had was traveling around the country with my teammates to go and play a game that we all love.
And your champions, GCU number 1.
Hey, are you a 3 or a 3-5 player and you know that there's a gap between your current performance and the level that you want to get to? If that sounds like you and you're determined to put in the work to reach your full potential, then we'd love to invite you to book a call with either me or my dad. Just click the link in the description. On the call, we'll hear about your pickleball experience, pinpoint the things that are holding you back, and outline a roadmap to achieve your goals. Just click the link down in the description and select a time that works for you. If this video helped you, be sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to learn how to hit a consistent third shot drop, click this video right here.